Hello and welcome to Rowan Class radio show.
We have an absolutely fun-packed show ready for you to get your lovely ears stuck into.
Let's hand it over to our news reporter Ishmael.
There's been a lot of stuff happening outside of Bevington's bold blue gates lately. The Queen and Philip celebrated their 70th anniversary with some pretty cool pictures when they got married 70 years ago. Their wedding broadcast was on the radio, over 200 million radio listeners around the world. Robert Mugabe has resigned from being president of Zimbabwe. Science has also had a great discovery this week, with a fossil found in Dorset that dates back 145 million years ago to the Jurassic Age. We think this find is amazing. If you're stuck to do something this weekend, fear not. The Winter Wonderland is here. You can get the most delicious hot chocolates, go on the Walters Dodgems and try your hand at all of the great games there in order. Try and win yourself a cuddly penguin.
Wow, it's a busy old world we live in, eh, Michaela?
Yeah, speaking of busy, Bevington's busy too. Over to our sports and learning reporters, Fatima and Neymar.
Hi, my name is Fatima.
And my name's Neymar.
And we'll be talking about our school's netball team.
Before we start, can we just give a round of applause for our coach, Mr. Taggy?
He has been helping us and encouraging us for our netball games. The first match was against Barbie School and Bevington won with a score of 3-0.
The second match was against Fox 2 and Bevington scored 2-0.
The next match was against Oxford Gardens, and just to say, they were pretty good, but we still won by 1-0.
The netball team were against a good team, and that is Thomas Jones, who scored 1 point, but Bevington did manage to score 5.
This is a score that you may not have heard before. It is Notting Hill Prep. They were a lot taller than us. We never gave up though, and scored 2-0, same as them, they scored 2.
The next game were against Coville Primary, and Bevington scored 2 and Coville scored 1.
We were against Fox 1 in the next match, and Bevington won 1-0.
The netballers have one more game against St. Charles.
If we win, we might go through the finals at Westway.
What an amazing season we've had of netball, and we've loved every single minute of it.
Can we just have a final round of applause for the netballers, Neymar, Michaela, Fatima, Islam, Delina, and Kenny, and Rayhan.
Wow, that sounds like you're having a very successful netball season. You should be very proud.
We are very proud, Sammy. Now we're going to go over to our riddles reader, Mohammed.
We are a little obsessed with riddles in Rowan, and one of our favourite things to do is wind up Ms. Brown up with a riddle or two. We have some to share with you, so settle back, get comfy, turn your ears on and listen up.
Now, there's a woman who absolutely loves pink. Everything in her house was pink. The walls were pink, the floor was pink, even the TV was pink. Also, her cat was pink. What colour were the stairs?
One night, a fireman, a policeman and a dad, they went out to dinner. And on the receipt it said that there were 4 people that sat down. Who was the 4th person? There is a person that is in jail. The floor is all made of soil. He needs to escape because if he doesn't, he will die because he doesn't have any food nor water. The window is too high and he can't escape by digging a tunnel underneath because underneath there is a stone wall. How does he escape?
There's been quite a sad murder. Abdurrahman and Mr. Burnsmith are dead on the floor. There's shattered glass, water, and the windows open. How did they die? Dun, dun, dun! Finally, we'd like to tell you about the happy people. Now, the happy people live in a happy village, which is found in Happy Land. Lots of things make them happy, but not everything. They absolutely love shampoo, but hate conditioner. And they love grass, but not fields. They love Miss Brown, but not Mr. Adams. And they love Mr. Collette, but not Mr. Smith. Why is this?
They were great. Thanks for that, Mohammed. If anyone listening manages to solve any of those riddles, feel free to let us in Rowan know.
Yes, please do. If you have any more riddles, come and share them with us in the playground too. Now we're going to hear all about how to mummify a real ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Over to you, Dika.
We've been learning all about mummification as part of our ancient Egyptian topic. We've written some pretty detailed instructions about how to mummify a dead pharaoh, so give it a go if you have a dead ancient Egyptian pharaoh lying around.
Firstly, you obviously need yourself an ancient Egyptian person of royalty and richness. Then you need to lie them down on a slightly sloped surface and make a small incision in the left-hand side of their tummy so that you can pull out all their intestines, liver, lungs and heart. You've got to then carefully store the precious organs in a canopic jars.
Once you've done that, you need to get a silver hook and poke it gently through one of their nostrils. We in Rowan think the left nostril works best. You need to do this so that you can extract the brain. Give it a little tug and it'll come out slithering out of their nose like the wriggly worms that you see in the Bevington's garden area. Then you need to carefully wash the body with some antibacterial gel. Ancient Egyptians used wine, but hand gel works a treat. And then fill it with sand so that it's nice and heavy. After that, you need to cover it in salt and wrap it with roughly 300 meters of linen. After about 40 days, your pharaoh should arrive in the afterlife.
Incredible. Thanks for sharing that, guys. All of you listening, let us know if you have any pharaohs lying around that we can mummify with you.
Wow, what a radio show we've had. Think we all need to have a little bit of relaxation as a reward for how hard we've been working. So make sure that you're sitting comfortably and settle in for some story time with our very own Haroon and Delina.
Hello Bevington, and this is Haroon.
And Delina.
And we are going to read you a story, so sit back and listen.
This book is called Little Rabbit Foo-Foo. Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, riding through the forest,
Scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'm going to give you 3 chances, and if you don't change, I'm going to turn you into a goonie.
Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, riding through the forest, scooping up the wriggly worms and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy
And said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the wriggly worms and bopping them on the head. You've got 2 chances to change, and if you don't, I'm going to turn you into a goonie.
Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, riding through the forest, scooping up the tigers and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the tigers and bopping them on the head. You've got 1 chance left to change, and if you don't, I'm going to turn you into a goonie.
Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, riding through the forest, scooping up the goblins and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy and said, Little Rabbit Foo-Foo, I don't like your attitude, scooping up the goblins and bopping them on the head. You've got no chances left, so I'm going to turn you into a goonie. Pow! Goonie.
That's it from us.
Thanks for listening.
It's another afternoon, you feel it's going to drag. It's not your average day of science, maths and spag. Will make you want to listen again and again. It's time to tune in to Bevington FM.